Hello everyone, my name is Fred Rasuli. I am with Turlock Sports Park. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Turlock Sports Park and Turlock Youth Sports Foundation. One of the things that we wanted to do recently was to bring the news, the programs, have discussions, talk about all the things that matter to youth sports and the parents that support the youth players. Our goal with this Turlock Sports Park TV is to make sure that we bring you the Central Valley news. We bring you some real good content, guests, bring people that will help educate us, give us more information, whether it's coaches from other clubs, whether it's director of coaching from other clubs, or even high school coaches, and even as what we've done today for our first show is to bring you some real experience. Our favorite from Turlock, Hayden Sargis, that is starting as a pro for Republic FC, for them to give you their background and their history of how they went from youth sports to pro, and what does it take, and hopefully that's educational to you as parents. Hopefully that's information that you could take and share with your kids or have your kids watch this. That's our goal, and we want to be the news for sports in Central Valley. We want to bring you all the highlights, share with you the things that will happen once COVID-19 is behind us, to be able to share, bring on some of these young athletes at high school level, at college level, for you to meet them, for you to recognize some of the amazing things that they're doing around the valley and in Turlock. So those are some of our goals. For Turlock Sport Park, we are really excited about bringing a lot of programs. As far as Turlock Sport Park goes, we are trying to get a place where our academy, soccer academy for development of youth, is available from ages 5 and up, that you could come and train all year and develop their skills. And this is to complement if they're a rec player, for them to get better, to move on to competitive soccer, and if they are in competitive soccer in one of the youth clubs in the Central Valley, for them to be able to add some skill set to that if they want advancement. And also to be able to, with our coaches, our skilled and licensed coaches. Actually, there's a few behind me right now training in small groups because of COVID, social distancing training. So we want to make sure that our academy is available for them to be able to go to the next level. This is all year. They get weekly training. Besides that, you know, as you've known, Turlock Sports Park has brought flag football to Turlock. We brought flag football. We had an amazing one season, and then we started a second season and had to stop that midway because of COVID. And to those that played flag football with Turlock Sports Park, I want to make sure that you know that you'll be credited some of that towards the next season. So if you have any questions, email us and call us, but we'll definitely want to take care of our flag football league, because that was one amazing start that we had to it. We were able to get our second season off the ground, and that's exciting for Turlock. So as I prepare to bring Hayden Sargis on Facebook Live, this is our first show, so technically we're going to try to get him in on the Facebook Live. Unfortunately, but fortunately he's with us. He's going to be on Facebook Live, but unfortunately we couldn't have him here next to us, and that's because, as you know, these professional athletes, they aren't able to go out in the public like we are, due to them being safe and healthy, so they could play their games that they have right now. Or else if something happens and they're exposed and they can't play their games or train with their team. So we definitely want to make sure that Hayden Sargis and all the other professional athletes stay healthy and safe. So we're going to patch him in through our Facebook Live, and hopefully we make that work. So Hayden Sargis, I know you're watching, so I hope we don't have any technical difficulties. But as you know, what our goal is really to bring some of this education to you, some of this knowledge to you, whether it's a coach, whether it's a pro player, whether it's somebody that's aspiring to be or done very well internationally and done in all sports. It doesn't have to be just with soccer. I know that predominantly in Central Valley we play soccer, we play football, but baseball and all the other sports. So that's the reason why we're also going out to other sport areas, so that way we could give some recognition to those sports and also get some education from that. So our other segments will include a UFC fighter. We're talking to a UFC fighter to bring him on so he could talk to us about how he went from a youth athlete to something that's a pro in that arena. And also obviously MLS players. We're looking at a young boxer. We'll be reaching out to a young boxer to bring him on, and so on and so forth. And this also includes the youth organizations in and around Turlock area. We have City of Turlock PAL. We'll be talking to Chief Nino. He's heading to Turlock PAL, so we'll be talking to him and see what it is that youth support organizations need to help the youth, so we can support them in all areas. I know sports and team sports is a big part of that support that they need, but there's other areas that organizations help in. I know ACT is one. This organization is in Turlock. I know we're taking some of our youth athletes to help out in one of their events that they're having in town. So we'll be doing that as well. We'll bring in youth support organizations to help out and talk to you and share with you their knowledge and why they are involved in the youth arena, helping them in different areas, and how we can support them, support the youth. At the end of the day, that's what all this is about. That's why Turlock Sport Park came to fruition with the help of Turlock, Stanislaus County Fairgrounds. So it came with their help, their board, and others. This community came together to put this together, and it's still going that way. A lot of people are involved in helping out, and we appreciate that. So I really want to try to get Hayden Sargis. I know he's watching right now. I'm going to attempt to bring him in as we speak. Let's see if we could add Hayden Sargis to this. Hayden, are you able to request us? I'm trying to add you to this and it's not allowing me to add you. Let's see. Okay, we're having a little technical difficulties, as I imagine. Hayden, let's see. Shoot. All right, so I'm looking at the option for Hayden. So it doesn't let him request it. Let's see if there's any other way that we could request him in. Wow, unfortunately, we're not able to let him in. I wonder if you have you liked the Turlock Sport Park page, Hayden? I know that's probably one of the, if you can hear me. See if that's and then maybe go out and come back in, and we'll try to patch you in. So I'm going to keep going with some of the things that we're doing. Our Turlock Youth Sports Foundation is our nonprofit organization here that helps out youth athlete and as for us to be able to support our youth athletes. Sorry, I'm trying to read these messages. So Hayden, try to go live yourself and add us in. Try that, see if that will work. So Turlock Youth Sports Foundation is a nonprofit, and with that we've helped a lot of kids that aren't able to register, aren't able to pay their registration, or maybe need equipment or supplies to play in our leagues, whether it's a youth soccer league whether it's flag football, or they can't pay their registration in our soccer academy, training and development academy. With that, we would support them, and we've done that. We always, with registration on our online, on our website, we do take donations, and those donations go to Turlock Youth Sports Foundation, and that money goes towards somebody that can't pay for their registration. They can't pay for their equipment, so we help them out. We definitely have been able to support some of those kids. Our youth flag football league, we were able to cover some registrations for kids that couldn't afford that. Obviously, they reach out to us directly and let us know that there's some hardship, and we try to help them. As I'm talking to you, I'm gonna try to. So as I try to talk to you, I'm gonna try to get him on, but but while we're watching, we'll try to get him on. I think he went back out and come back in a minute. So with the Turlock Youth Sports Foundation, we really are looking to grow that and help and support more kids. Obviously, we love everybody that's registering, but we know there's a lot of kids, and I've seen it in all the years that I've coached and been in youth sports, that there are a lot of parents that hold back their kid because they travel to work, commute, and they're not able to make it to soccer practice or other practices or their games, or they don't have the means to pay for their registration, and so on and so forth. And that's what the foundation will be able to do. And our goal before COVID was to be able to get in. Get an annual event where we would have this facility where we would provide games and fun stuff for the kids, for our youth, to be able to come out and play, and be able to end it with a evening gala at the fields, a fun gala, so that way we are able to raise money to help support all the youth athletes. So our Turlock Youth Sports Foundation, it should, let's see, I think we have him. All right, I think we have Hayden here, so I'm going to patch him in real quick. It's adding Hayden. This will be exciting. This is our first show. We'll be able to patch him in. So Hayden, I think it's requesting for you to accept. There. What's up, man?
What's up, Fred?
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
Sorry, man. Technical difficulties. I probably should have prepped both of us a little bit better. But
No, all right.
thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it.
Of
How you
course.
doing?
Thanks for inviting me. I'm excited to do it.
Good. So I know if there's a few people that are watching that have been kind of excited to hear from you. Um, we're gonna have to do this again because it's different having you here and having the kids that are training to be able to see you and maybe talk to you and ask you questions themselves. But on their behalf, I'm gonna try to do my best and ask you some questions and just basically give us give us some background, really what we want to learn, and from coaches, from a parent myself, from a coach myself, and also the kids. We want to be able to see, what it is that we're doing right or wrong throughout your journey. You've learned and you've seen different coaching styles. If
Sure.
you've seen different teammates, you've seen what it takes to go to the next level, and so on and so forth. So share with us, give us that behind the scenes stuff, if you will. But to begin, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about your journey. Give us a little bit of background. I know you were one of the youngest to get signed to MLS contract, playing with Republic FC. I've seen you on TV. You're a beast. I know somebody calls you Truck. So, so you're a beast out there. And honestly, watching on TV, I couldn't tell the age, right? I couldn't tell. It looks like you are competing with the best out there, and you're holding your own. So to begin, tell us a little bit about yourself, Hayden.
Yeah, so I'll start out with I'm Hayden Sargis, 18 years old. I play for Sacramento Republic. Plays in the USL Championship. and then I'll go from how I got there, or the beginning of my youth career. Do you hear my voice? I think it's okay. Sounds good. So I started out playing rec soccer, just like most people. Played for TYSA. I played for I think 2 years rec, and after that I joined a club, Turlock FC. It was the local club, competitive club in our town. Played with them for 3 years. Was very successful. We won a state cup, won cross regionals. It was great for our first team. After that, I moved into another Turlock team called Turlock FC Vipers, and it was a different coach. You know, my dad always coached me along the way up, either head coach, assistant coach, or whatever it was. Played with them for a while, and then our rivals was my old team, so it was kind of weird. Moved to East Valley Earthquakes, and that's where I played. I'd say those are my last 3 years before I joined the Sacramento Republic Academy. Played for the academy since it started. Played, I think, 4 years with the academy before I got my first call up into first team training, and then after that, you know, it took me a while to get involved in the first team training. You know, I got the invite, I was there, I was watching, you know, on the sideline. If they needed someone, I was there. So it took me a while to get into the trainings, and once I did, I took the opportunity as best I could, and now I'm a professional soccer player.
I know. Isn't that exciting? Every time you say it, you get a grin. So that's amazing, man. So you mentioned some local clubs, and this is amazing because I know a lot of the kids here have probably played in those same clubs or are still playing in some of those clubs that you were at. I know I've ran into you guys, and I've seen your dad was your coach or assistant coach at times, and so actually that's a good thing, having that support system. So
Definitely.
so tell us a little bit about that. How's that important, having a support system? And let's say a player doesn't have that support system. Let's say the player doesn't have a parent that's able to attend the games and attend the practices, or coach or assistant coach. What do they do, and how did that help you?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I started playing soccer, my parents and my family was always super passionate and supportive about it. I mean, I have a sister as well, so you know, a brother and a sister. It's hard for both parents to do one. So my dad was usually with me, my mom was with my sister, and sometimes my mom would even take me to trainings when I started playing with the academy. So to have that support, even from my sister, my whole family, for me to do what I'm doing, it's appreciated in the best way possible. And you know, for people that don't have that support, say their parents can't make a game, just if you have passion for the game, if you're having fun, go out there and enjoy what you do. You know what I mean? Give it everything you got, and you never know where it can take you.
So in a team environment, usually your teammates become that support system, right?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Exactly. You know, you have a team, you become a brotherhood, and it drives from there.
Yeah, so we always talk about that with the young ones. We talk about how that's a brotherhood. So because we don't know if who has the support system and who doesn't, so we want to make sure that in a team environment they know that team is their support system.
Definitely.
So I have some questions written down here. So what do you tell somebody that it takes money or connections to get to the pro? Tell us, what did you have to overcome, and all the trials and tribulation that you had to go through to get to pro? Because I'm sure there's a lot of obstacles that you have to overcome. And some say, well, you have to have connections, you have to have the money. What do you say to that?
I mean, that's definitely what people say a lot these days. But I believe at the end of the day, if you have passion, if you go to every training, giving it everything you got, working hard every time, I mean, it can take you anywhere. I mean, just at the end of the day, it's your talent. I mean, people can have money, but that's only going to last them so long. And if their talent isn't proving that, then it's not going to work. So For me, it's like I said, having obstacles as far as in that sense, I don't believe in it, because if you have the passion, it'll carry you a long way.
So it's the mindset. Once
Yeah,
you set your
exactly.
mind to get something done, you'll overcome all of that. I think that makes a lot of sense. Um, so tell us, um, a lot. This is coming from coaches, so I'll ask this from coaches' side. A lot of kids practice 2 days a week, 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And their expectation is, that's what takes you to the next level, that the training with the team. Tell us, what did you have to do to get there, to get your skill level to pro level, to be
Yeah.
accepted with and people wanting to sign you? What do you say to those coaches, or what's your recommendation?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to play at the top level in your career, I'm gonna go back to passion again, because if you have passion and you're willing to work hard every single day and bring it, then that will take you. If you come to training and you're not gonna give it everything you have, you don't feel it. Everyone's gonna make mistakes. You're gonna learn from your mistakes, but if you come to training giving it everything you have, then it's gonna carry you. And as far as coming in training, you're not training for your career. You're not competing against players that are at your team. There's players. Let's just, for example, in Turlock, there's players in Sacramento that might be training 5 days a week, and you're only training 4. That extra day is slowly going to add up over the years. It's going to take forever for that person to catch up.
Yeah, and that's well said. And I think, and that's something that we'd like to teach the kids, and that's something that you've pros, that you've made it to a certain point. Would be great for you to come back and one day talk to a big group of kids, in local towns and other places, and letting them know, determination is key. And obviously, like
Definitely.
you said, you got to work harder than the next guy, and that adds up eventually. Um,
Yeah. You're
Very good.
competing for every. Go ahead.
Say that. Go ahead. Say that again.
I said you're competing. You're competing here for your position, because once you, I mean, your players are young right now, but once they continue to grow, at the end of the day, it's their job. So they're competing for a spot, for a contract each year.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, so what do you tell an 8, 10, 12-year-old today, to help them get there, to help them to go to the next level? What does an 8, 10, 12-year-old, besides loving the game,
Yeah.
what do they need to look to do to go to the next level?
I say they're still young, so set goals. And I mean, obviously, professional soccer players, their end goal, but set goals and reach that goal, set another goal. You got to continue to be relentless with your goals. So there's always more goals to achieve, even at the pro level. There's levels to every single thing you do.
Very good. So, so, what's next for Hayden? Where do you go from here? What is that goal for you right now? I know ultimate goal is to reach pro level. Well, what's next for you? What are you looking to accomplish and do?
Yeah, so I mean, a goal I have for this season, I'll just I want to. I'm a rookie this year. Rookie of the year would be a great award, a great achievement for me. For me, I'd say also win a championship with Sacramento. That'd be great for me to be a part of it. And first professional year, win a championship would be great. Also, a goal of mine that I'm been working really hard to reach is a national team. So I like to represent my national team at, obviously, the men's national team at the highest level. But
Yeah,
there's ages and levels you got to reach before that.
both those are amazing goals. I can't wait. I mean, if you guys are in the championship right here, I told you the other day we were texting back and forth. Is that being able to bring the kids out to see a local kid that put all that hard work to get to that level, for them to actually watch that come to fruition is my goal, to get the kids out there to
Definitely.
watch you, as many as we can. And especially to do it at championship and hopefully here locally. That'll be our
Yeah.
ultimate dream too, as well as your ultimate dream.
Oh
So,
yeah, for sure. I mean, once all
so
this virus is gone, and everything gets situated, I'm definitely be more than happy to come out to one of your trainings, talk to the players, maybe even train with them, just have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And then national team, that'll be something exciting. I know it's a level, it's age level, correct? Is that
Yeah,
or are you able to at
U20
this
is my
age?
level right now.
What's that?
U20 is my level right now.
Okay, so that's great. So that's the first step to all of this. So I really appreciate it. I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know that I really want you back physically here at the facility, shaking hands and talking to people and talking to kids. Let the kids ask the questions. I try to pick a few kids' brains on what questions they want, or as a parent or as a coach, what would we like to know. Um, so to kind of wrap this up, what do you tell the parents that see a talent in kid, that see there's a future? Um, what advice do you have to those parents? Because you firsthand saw what your parents had to do for you. What's the ultimate advice for that parent to do with the kid?
I'd say always be positive to your kid. Other than being a supportive parent, I'd say be positive with your kid and push them.
Awesome. So when's your next game?
We have a game on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, what time?
7:30.
7:30. Awesome. So I know this will get replayed, and I know there's going to be a lot of views on this. We'll be sharing it on all the platforms that we have. So Wednesday at 7:30. On what channel do you guys play? Is it
local channel KCQA My 58, and then ESPN Plus as well.
awesome? So please go watch Hayden, support Hayden in all the things that he's been doing. It's great. Local talent. I know we have a few local talent. Hayden is obviously one of our favorites as well, and we appreciate your time. Thank you. You're able to come out and see the kids. Again, hopefully we'll do this soon. So thank you, Hayden. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
you have a great evening.
Thank you for having me on. I'm more than happy, and I'm so excited to come out to one of your trainings soon.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see
I
you, buddy.
appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Thank you, buddy. So to our viewers, you've seen what we want to accomplish. Talent like Hayden Sargis to be able to come and talk to you, talk to the parents, talk to the coaches and the kids themselves, and kind of share what his experience has been, and how do we handle our youth athletes, and how do we support them to get to the next level. And so we'll be continuing to do this. As I mentioned before, we're looking at our organization, Turlock Pal, MLS player, a UFC fighter. We're going to continue to do this to bring you guys. And then once locally all the sports have opened up, we'll definitely bring you those coaches and those players from the different high schools around the area, so we can interview them and pick their brain, get advice from them, learn from one another, and show them support. I know there's a lot of people that are volunteers that help in youth sports. That isn't their job, but they go in every day, and we'll talk to those people as well. And we'll bring those people on and ask them questions and learn from them, and maybe they could share something with us that's valuable. I appreciate all your time. This is our first segment. I know we had a little technical difficulties, but I'm so happy Hayden was able to join us. We are so proud of him, and we're so proud of all the ones from the Central Valley that have been able to do and accomplish what they're able to accomplish. So, from Turlock Sport Park, this segment was sponsored by InsureCal from Turlock. My friend Colby and his family at InsureCal sponsored this event. I put his link. Go support these people. And one thing that I forgot to mention, so Hayden and all of our guests will be able to pick one nonprofit organization, youth nonprofit organization in locally for them, for us to donate on their behalf for them to for coming on our show. So on their behalf, we're going to donate to one of their choosings, local youth organization. We'll make a donation in their name for them being on our show. So I thank you guys again being our first show. I'm excited. We're gonna do more of these. We're gonna bring a lot more sports for you guys. A lot more, hopefully, news as things open up, and a lot more people to educate us, educate the kids, the parents, the coaches, and everyone else. I hope you enjoyed this. I definitely did. It's been a treat for us here. I love watching socially distancing, even it's socially distancing. I love watching that. They're getting good training from coaches in our academy, which is just developmental. So go on our website, check us out, call us, let us know if you have any questions, any recommendations. Who do you want to see on this show? Who is locally that maybe we don't know that should be on this show talking about youth sports and what it takes to be a great athlete in Turlock, and great support for that athlete in Turlock. So let us know, message us. You could email us at play@turlocksportspark.com. You could call us directly. You could message us on Facebook, and we'll continue to do this. So thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Um, Support one another, support each other locally. Youth sport needs all you guys. It takes a lot of money, a lot of effort, a lot of time to run youth sport organization for people, and a lot of people do it for free. So go support those, find those people, and support those people. I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. We're out with from Turlock Sport Park.